What I do find is men are quite delusional about that. They
Sure.
like, I think she's really into me. I can just tell, right? They want to believe a woman is far more attracted to him than she truly is. And they will ignore all the signs and take the tiny, tiny glimpses of hope that she's attracted to him. And I think that's a recipe for disaster for men.
Well, that's because he has little options, Sadia. Okay? As compared to you, you're a beautiful woman. I'm sure, even in your, I think you're in your mid-30s now, you will have more options than the majority of guys, whether they be 20, 25, 30, 45, 50. She has more options than most guys on this planet, regardless of age. Possibly even regardless of status, because she's a beautiful woman, lovely hair, talks well, seems to be very emotionally in control. She's coming from a place of abundance, like most women do, because most women have abundance when it comes to the opposite sex. She has no idea what it feels like to be a man starting off with nothing and ending off this life with nothing too. Most men are in scarcity mode. Most men, it's like winning the lottery for most men to have a woman genuinely attracted to them. It's so rare for most men to have that lifestyle. Only very few men have an abundance lifestyle. Very few high value and alpha men have that kind of lifestyle where women are abundant. The average man's life is like, a girl might like me, like properly into me, like once a year, twice a year. And for a lot of men, never. So once they get a woman that's even feeding them breadcrumbs, that's like gold to them. Okay, because when you're hungry, anything tastes good, right? It's like when you're in the Sahara Desert and you haven't drank water for like 2, 3, 4, 5 days. You start imagining an oasis because anything, any glimmer of hope is worth something to you because you're so desperate for it. And most men are in the Sahara Desert, geez. Most men are thirsty because they're so often denied of validation, especially emotional validation from women, that any little glimmer of hope is like winning the lottery itself. Okay? These guys don't need to see all the winning numbers on the lotto to get excited. They just see one lotto number out of 10 and like, oh my God, wow, it's gonna happen. Because most guys don't have very favourable interactions with women. Most men are invisible to women and they go through life not being seen, not being heard, not being understood. So yes, Sadia, anything of a glimmer of hope, they're going to turn into the biggest prize ever.
Men when they misread a woman's signals of attraction.
Well, sure, if you're used to not eating at all, even crumbs taste delicious,
Yeah.
right? And I think a lot of men don't have good optionality with women. And
Yeah.
so they definitely misinterpret small signs of interest as...
Listen, it's not that they misinterpret it. It's that they're deluding themselves into it because the alternative is far worse. Realizing that you actually have no worth to women, okay? Realizing that the woman doesn't actually love you for you, which doesn't really exist, to be honest with you, but realizing that you have, realizing that you have nothing much to offer women, and for that reason, no woman is really attracted to you in the way you really want her to be attracted to you. Let's put it that way. So it's not that they're misinterpreting it. It's not that they're logically not understanding what's going on. It's that they have no options and they're damn thirsty and they're just imagining things, deluding themselves into any glimmer of hope, because the reality of it is so stark for most men that the delusion is better. The delusion is better. For the same reason, people that have been abused for a long time, they often get attached to their abuser, because the opposite, the real reality is so stark and so detrimental to their mental health that they'd rather lie to themselves. If that man somehow switched into an alpha male, high value man overnight, believe me, they'd read the signs just as well as anyone else. It's not that they can't read signs. It's just that they have nothing else to live for.
In fact, we know that men are also more prone to misinterpret just general friendliness as sexual interest than women are.
Wrong.
That's why every man has fallen in love with a barista at some point. She's just doing her job.
Yes, she's just doing her job, but for that guy, that's the only girl that smiled at him for the whole month. It's not misinterpretation. It's their only option. And I'm surprised, honestly, that Orion's getting this so wrong. They're not logically dumb. Most guys aren't logically stupid at all. Even if, logically, we know that she's obviously in her job getting paid. If she's in a country like America, she wants a tip, so she's going to work half that tip by being nice to you. We know that. But for that guy, that is the only woman that smiled to him, possibly has talked to him on that friendly level, and has smiled at him and laughed with him. That is the only interaction he has had from a woman for months. He knows he's paying for the service deep down inside, but the reality of it is so stark he'd rather delude himself. Men aren't stupid. They're thirsty.
Dude.
Yeah, you did a really great short. I wish I could remember it. It was something about the man not when he's not attractive. Even her buying a birthday cake is super exciting. Do you know what I'm referring to?
Yeah, it's check-in. Well, I forget the title of that episode.
Something to do with attraction. of a
Listen
man.
to Yourself, I think is the name of that
Okay.
episode. And some guys just really have to sell themselves on the idea that a woman is interested in him. And I sometimes ask for examples, and the examples of her behavior that...
Yes, they have to sell themselves on that idea because they have nothing else. This is getting stupid, really, honestly.